Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. I am Jesse Milestone, and today I'm probably going to tragically become the epitome of a dumb American. Why am I going to do this? Because Wolfgang, my very first patron ever, suggested this video, okay? So he sent me a link for a video that explains European soccer in 4 simple steps, apparently. A guide for Americans. And then he wanted me to predict some stuff. Some of it's already happened. I didn't look at what happened, I promise, Wolfgang. I just looked at, starting with the quarterfinals, who was in it, so I could predict who was in the semis, and then predict who will win the whole thing. I don't think it's over, so I don't know if there's a winner yet, but I'm gonna try. I don't know anything about soccer, so probably even after this video, I'm still gonna get it all wrong. But it'll be fun to watch. Wolfgang's from Germany, by the way. That's why he's like, haha, let's see if you can be better than Americans. I'm sorry, I'm totally gonna disappoint you. I can't. If y'all are disappointed because I'm not talking about Infinity War, I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it tonight, so I will be talking about that soon. Get excited for that. So first we're gonna watch this video together. And by watch it together, I mean I'm going to watch it and you're gonna listen to it, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure that it's mostly a listening to video anyway, so we'll all learn together. So here we go. Understanding European Soccer in 4 Simple Steps, a guide for Americans, shared with us by pen and paper.
Welcome to Understanding
I love the background music already.
4 Simple Steps, a guide for Americans.
I've definitely
Although
used
from
this
the outside it may
music
seem
before.
complex and confusing, to
It
understand
does.
how soccer works in Europe, you really only need to know 4 things. Number 1, each country has its own soccer league. Seasons run from August to May, in which each team plays every other team twice, once at home and once on the road.
Makes sense.
Games are divided into 2 45-minute halves.
I
And when
knew
the game
that.
is over, the winner is awarded 3 points, the loser 0, and in the event of a tie, each team gets 1 point.
That makes
After
sense so
each
far.
team has
I
played
followed this
all
so
the
far.
other teams twice, the team with the most points is crowned champion of the league. They get a big trophy, a parade, and the season is over.
Parades are
There
nice.
are no playoffs.
We like parades.
Sort of. But more on that in
No
a minute.
playoffs.
Before the books are closed on the season, there is still
confused
one
now.
small bit of housekeeping to be done. Number 2, relegation. We'll use the German league as an example. Every year, when the German league has concluded and the champion has been crowned, the 3 teams with the least amount of points are kicked out of the league. This process is known as relegation. The 3 vacant spots are subsequently filled by the top 3 teams.
We should do this. We could get rid of the Browns.
And
Goodbye,
unlike,
Cleveland
say,
Browns.
baseball in the U.S., teams in the second and subsequent divisions are not owned by teams in the top division.
Well, that's
Imagine if
cool.
the Pittsburgh Pirates or Oakland Raiders had to fight at the end of each season just to stay in the league. What if instead of coasting to the bottom for better draft picks, they were fighting to the bitter end? To
Yeah.
avoid the $40 million revenue loss,
That would be
relegated
better,
teams
actually.
suffer in the
I would
first
like
year
that.
alone.
Unfortunately, we don't have a
Not
good
to
enough
mention the
amateur
fact
league to
that in
take their
England,
place.
9 different
We should
teams
start
have gone
working on that.
financially insolvent within 5 years of relegation.
Bye-bye,
Okay,
Cleveland
interesting
Browns.
enough, you're
Like we said.
thinking. What about that whole lack of playoffs part?
Yeah, what about
Number
that?
3. Each country also holds an elimination-style tournament, referred to as a cup. But instead of being held after the 9-month league is over, cup games are scheduled in between league games, normally in the middle
That's
of the
kind of
league.
weird.
One additional perk about the
Not
cup
sure I feel
system
about that.
is that teams from all levels, down to semi-professional and even some amateur teams,
Well, that is cool.
are invited to play.
I
And
like
if
that.
they do well, can progress, and occasionally even knock off a top team. So every year, these midweek elimination games continue until there are only 2 teams left, who play each other in the cup final. After 90 minutes, a cup champion is crowned, they get a trophy, and a parade.
Yay, parades!
So, between the league and
I'm
cup
glad that
games,
the Europeans
we get a
like
great
parades as
picture
much as
of
we
the
do.
best and worst teams in each country are.
Yep.
But wait a second, you ask. What would happen if the best teams from each country in Europe all got together and played each other? Good idea. Number 4. The resulting competition is called the UEFA Champions League.
UEFA.
And it is without a doubt the single greatest club competition of any sport anywhere in the world, period. Think
We're going to talk about that, because that's the first thing we're going to talk about when this is over, about the greatest championship of any club sport. Sorry, it's my laptop just being in the way. Look, it's Star Wars stickers. Anyway, we're going to talk about that, because, anyway.
of the NCAA tournament, but with better quality of play, more than double the fan base, and quadruple the enthusiasm. And yes, Europe even has their own version of the NIT as well. So,
I don't know what
through
that
a
is.
complex and drawn-out process,
Should I know what
teams
that
from
is?
all over Europe compete just to qualify for this tournament.
That seems
And
cool.
starting each September, the top 32 teams are put into 8 groups of 4. Each team plays the other members of its group 2 times, once at home and once on the road. Come December, the winner and runner-up from each group move on to the knockout round.
Okay.
And this is where club soccer is at its finest. Teams are paired up individually and again play 1 home and 1 away game, with the winner from each pair moving on to the next
What
round.
if they
until only
die?
2
Is it
teams
like
remain.
cumulative
The Champions
scores
League final
here?
is then held as a single game each year in May.
Wait, seriously, like, if I win one game and you win one game, aren't we tied at that point? Or is it just like cumulative points scored in each goal scored in each game? So if like I beat you 3-2 and then you beat me 1-0, I still win. Like that's, I don't know. That seems weird to me. Anyway, what do I know? Clearly nothing.
And unless it's the World Cup year, this is the most important soccer game of the year. After 90 minutes, a champion is crowned, the trophy is awarded, parades commence, and all clubs go on break until the madness fires back up again in August. So, to review, number 1, each country has its own league. Number 2, the worst teams are kicked out of the league and replaced by the best teams from the next division down. Number 3, throughout the year, each country also holds a playoff-type tournament called a cup. And number 4, the UEFA Champions League is a tournament involving all of Europe and is the most important competition in all of club soccer.
Okay. Well, I learned something. I learned lots of something. Like I said, though, excuse me, the greatest club championships of all. I'm pretty sure that distinction goes to U.S. Fencing Collegiate Club Championships, also known as CFCs. Collegiate Fencing Championships, I think is what that stands for. Let me tell you, the best of the non-NCAA fencing teams all come together in one convention center where they don't have the budget to hire lots of real referees. They don't have the budget to fly in referees. They don't usually often forget to pay their referees. One time, I fenced collegiate club championships, club nationals. I came in 5th. I only didn't do better because we had a weird venue change thing. We were just fencing feet on top of concrete, and I was getting old at that point, apparently, because I couldn't walk by the end of the first day. So the not being able to move because my back was in so much agony probably precluded me from winning. But aside from that, one of the referees we had was a guy that I had been training with while I was home. He was a fencer from a NCAA school. I had been training with their school a little bit when I was home on break, and I taught him effectively everything he knew about refereeing. And so basically, if I wanted me or my fencers to get the touch, I just yelled, and it was mine. So that was awesome. I'm just telling you, like, there's always something always goes horribly wrong, like with the venue or the people. No one can ever agree on rules, and they seem to just introduce some random rule changes at the event, and then referees, the real referees who actually do show up, end up creating their own system of rules to try to make things work, which works to a point until some overly officious moron steps in. I have somebody in mind, but I'm not going to say his name, and gets all pissy about it because he thinks he knows rules better than other people, even though he doesn't, because he got sent home on the first day of Summer Nationals once for not being good enough to referee at the tournament where they hire every referee because they desperately need referees. So I'm sorry, that is clearly the greatest club championship tournament in the world. But I digress. So, now that I understand soccer, obviously, Wolfgang wants me to tell you who's going to make the semifinals of UEFA. And if you follow soccer, you'll already know him instantly listening to this, whether I'm right or wrong. I will know almost instantly because after I tell you my predictions, I am going to go look up who is in the semifinals and then come back and we can all laugh at me for being really, really wrong. So I wrote them down because my memory's, because I'm old, so I don't remember things anymore. I really like how I'm probably just accidentally making this a meant to offend video by offending every single person who is older than me or thinks they're older than me. Anyway, so your quarterfinals, you have Barcelona, they're from España, versus Roma from Italia. Sevilla, also from Spain, against Bayern from Germany. Then we have Juventus from Italy against Real Madrid from España, as opposed to fake Madrid. Liverpool, England versus Manchester City, abbreviated to Man City, which, okay. So, I'm going to put my money on Roma for the first one because gladiators come from Rome. And gladiators are fierce and strong and probably good at soccer. So that's it. For the next one, I'm picking Seville because they have ESP. That's the country abbreviation for Spain. So that's got to count for something, right? ESP has to count for something in soccer, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of my a-hole. Also, because I want to piss off Wolfgang, because you're from Germany. I never heard of Bern. I don't believe that's a real place. That's not a real place. You're just a fake place. I'm not even sure I believe in Germany, Wolfgang. So, yeah. This is a meant to offend video for you, too. Suck it, Germany. That's not true. I actually went to Germany for the first time in December, and it's gorgeous. But anyway, we're saying Spain on this one, because that's another thing. There's also 3 Spanish teams here in this UEFA quarterfinals, and from what I learned, the UEFA is the best of the best of the best. So if 3 Spanish teams are in the quarterfinals, they've gotta be pretty good. I would assume Spain is pretty good, but 2 out of these 3 teams are going to be their like second and third tier teams, so who knows how they'll stack up, which is why that's not why I'm putting my money on Juventus for the next one at all. I'm putting my money on Juventus against Real Madrid. I honestly think Real Madrid is probably the better team here because, I mean, they're Real Madrid as opposed to fake Madrid. It's like the real Slim Shady. So that's got to, again, count for a lot. They have ESP, so they're rocking it there. And they're one of the Spanish teams, and clearly Spain is good because they have 3 teams in the quarterfinals of UEFA. So, but I'm rooting for Juventus. Why? Because that word, Juventus, or Juventus, however you're pronouncing it, right, reminds me of Juvenal, and that's very near and dear to my heart. Juvenal was a Roman satirist. He did Juvenalian satire, which is basically like angry rants, comedic angry rants. Who does that remind you guys of? So he's sort of my spirit animal, and he's actually the reason that he is the inspiration behind Meant to Offend. So I got a plug for Juvenal all the way. Mwah. I'm assuming that Juventus was probably named after him, or after another famous guy named Juvenal, because that was probably a popular name, in Roma, or, Italy, or somewhere in the Roman Empire, or maybe there was somebody else. I don't know. That's my reasoning. It's totally sound. Anyway, then we got England versus England. We got Liverpool versus Manchester City. Now, I don't know if this is I know Manchester United is like the hoodlums and stuff, but maybe there are hoodlummy fans of Man City as well. Maybe they're the same or similar. I don't know anything about soccer, but I'm just assuming, I'm going off the fact that Manchester has crazy fans, and crazy fans obviously equal good teams. See the Eagles, who just won the Super Bowl. So that's obviously sound logic right there. That's what we're going with on that one. Also, it's abbreviated to Man City, which I think is funny. So, sound logic. All right, we'll be right back to see, and by right back, I mean I'm going to do a jump cut so no time will pass, to find out if I'm right or wrong. Well, I royally suck balls at this game, because I got 1 right, technically. Though, to be fair, I did say I was plugging for Juventus, but I thought Real Madrid was going to win, so I get that one. Wolfgang, Bayern did it. Germany made the semis. Obviously, you know this because you follow this and you care. So, they made the semifinals, and they are now up against Real Madrid, or were up against Real Madrid. This has also already happened, so we get to do prediction round 2 and see if I'm any smarter or still dumb. Liverpool took out Man City, so sorry, men. The home of the Beatles all the way. I guess I have no reason to believe that the Beatles are any good at soccer, so I don't know. So Liverpool defeated Manchester City, and the one that I got was Roma, the Gladiators. They did take out Barcelona, so Gladiators all the way. So they're playing Liverpool. All right, so how did this cookie crumble? I'm gonna double down. Fuck you, Wolfgang. I hope you're not taking this seriously, because I love you, Wolfgang. You're everyone remembers their first. So that's first patron, guys. First patron. So okay. But again, like Real Madrid, we established that they're for real, that they are the real Slim Shady. So my money's on España. Real Madrid taking the cake on this one. Liverpool versus Roma. My Gladiators are going all the way, baby. Well, at least till the next round. We'll find out after these messages. Just kidding, there are no messages. And remember how I'm a dumb American? Yeah, so there are 2 games. There are 2 games, and they've only played their first game, so we don't know who's making it to the final yet, because I don't do enough research, apparently, before just talking out of my asshole. This is my asshole, everybody. Meet my asshole. Or as somebody cleverly called it at the open mic the other night, your asshole is now to be referred to as your boy pussy. That's your boy pussy. Hopefully that will deter men from wanting that from us. let that one sit for a second. That had no place in this video. Okay, so after round one, after the first game of the semifinals, it appears from my research so far that is the thing, that they play the 2 games and it's the cumulative score. So that's what it seems to be anyway. I could still be wrong, but after round one, Real Madrid did take out Bayern 2-1. So Germany, Wolfgang, you're hanging on by a thread there. And likewise, Liverpool trounced my Gladiators 5-2. Roma got smushed. So it's going to be tough for them to come back from that. That means that they have to win their next game by more than 3 goals in order to progress. So as much as I'm plugging for my Glads, that's not a thing. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna overtake Liverpool. I don't know. Real Madrid versus Bayern, it could go either way. I'm gonna double all the downs, and I feel like Spain is good at soccer, so I'm gonna say that Real Madrid wins it all of the everything. And I'll be back whenever the final is done to either tell you how smart I am and how good at European soccer I am, or cry in shame. Either one. If you want me to do ridiculous videos like this as well, this was really fun, actually. This is a really cool idea, and it had, like, instructions. Like, here, watch this. Okay, now make these predictions. Go. I like instructions because then I know I'm giving you what you want. You, one person. One person. Well, all of my other international people out there will probably enjoy my total nescience on this subject as well. I know about football, American football. I know lots about American football. If you ever want to know about American football, ask me stuff about that. In the meantime, yeah, join my Patreon. It's an awesome community full of wonderful people who have great video suggestions, and if you want to be one of those, you could be. You could definitely be. Friday, May 25th, we are mourning Han Solo. I will be putting out details at some point about what bar I will be at, since apparently nobody likes my GoFundMe. That's fine. It's cool. It just means that I can't offer you anything on this day. I can just go someplace where I'm going to wear black and drink, and you can also wear black and drink there with me. If you're not in the Los Angeles area or not taking a pilgrimage for this day, then by all means wear black elsewhere and, pour one out for Han. That's all. Till next time. I'm me.